So, all right, guys. Well, let's jump in. Speaking of school and school fundraisers, it's time for us to talk a little bit more. I know I introduced Steve Ames to you guys. He is the owner of Snow Dog Food Truck. Steve, welcome to Hardin Local.
Thank you all for having me. This is fun.
I don't think it was you in the truck, but we were just at Lowe's the other day, and the whole crew got snow cones. So we are we are so excited to have you on today. I'm super excited to hear more about your story and the behind what brought you to this place, how this all started. So if you don't mind, I'm going to jump right in with you and start asking some tough questions.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. So, full transparency, Snow Dogs is this week's featured business spotlight. But everything you're about to hear is real conversation. We don't do scripts. We really didn't give you any idea of what we were going to be hitting you with today. So, I'm excited to just hear the authentic story of Snow Dogs and Steve. So, let's just start at the beginning. How did Snow Dogs get started? And tell us a little bit why the food truck.
All right. Well, we've been here for 20 years in Kentucky. We moved from Baltimore, where snowballs are pretty much just a staple of life. And you really couldn't find one down here. I think when we first moved here, there was this little place over there at the Peddler's Mall, and I'm not even sure it was still open. But you just couldn't find one. And then about 5 years ago, I became medically forced to quit working, and realized in life real quick you got to keep moving, or you stop moving completely. So we decided to look into a snowball stand. And we looked into it, and all the requirements pretty much were the same as a food truck. We were like, well, with a food truck, at least we can be mobile. So that's kind of how we ended up with that, and why we went with shaved ice. I just wanted a snowball. That's all I wanted.
That's so fun. Well, they truly do, like, the way it sits up on top of there, I mean, it looks like a snowball, and then, of course, you get to color it, and it's so pretty. My kids want always the rainbow. They want, like, every single flavor. And then tell us about who's the dog. So there's a mascot situation here, and people need to know. I saw the mascot up earlier. Tell us a little bit more about him.
Just because it's fun for really no other reason. I saw the costume and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that. I just wish all the parades weren't in when it was 90 degrees. Other than that, it's a blast. I love doing it. Kids come running up to me and they just want to get pictures and hugs, and it's just fun, fun, fun. I don't know.
Well, I think mascots are always so much fun, and I love that it's a dog. Obviously, I think every human likes dogs, so I think
Yeah.
it was a good selection. All right, well, we're visiting with Steve for a full hour. Menus coming up next, and later, how your school or team can fundraise with the truck. All right, food trucks came up about 4 times in that rundown, and we happen to have one of Hardin County's very favorite sitting right here. Steve, round two. Let's talk about the food. So, what's on the menu, and what do people line up for?
Well, we have, of course, as you can see there, our award-winning hot dogs, which people definitely come for. My wife's pulled pork will really love. They come from a long way away for that too. It's amazing. And our new barking bubbler seems to be the new hit. It's our version of a dirty soap, and it's really been taken off pretty big recently.
Okay, so
Shaved
what's
ice, of
all?
course, is always incredibly popular this time.
Well, I had that smoked jalapeno dog that you had right there pictured.
Oh
That
yeah, forgot
smoked
about that.
jalapeno and cheddar sauce. Oh my gosh. Oh, it was so good. I wanted to circle back and get another, but then I was like, that's embarrassing. Can't do that. So I'll just have to pin it for another day because that was amazing.
Let me add something real quick. We were just added to tonight at the farmers market, so we'll be there. And
Okay.
if you were looking for a corn dog, I think Matilda's Munchies is there and sells those also. So
Oh,
just in
awesome.
case you want to get one of those tonight too.
John, we might need to rendezvous out there at the food truck thing. So, okay, what's your signature item? The thing somebody driving by has to try first.
I'd love them to try almost everything, but at this point right now, honestly, the bubbler. It's been the most amazing item for us as far as taking off compared to all the others. When we introduced the jalapeno cheddar sausage, it's done very well, but it nothing like the bubbler. This is really people are really into dirty sodas. It's become a big thing. It seems like a lot of trucks are doing them. And we just did it because people asked for something other than just lemonade, because not everybody drinks lemonade, and that's all we had to offer as far as a drink. So we came up with this because we just didn't want to be like water and soda kind of people.
Dirty sodas are really dirty sodas really are taking off right now. It seems to be like a trend thing that's like
Yeah.
huge, all the rage. Of course, some of the TV shows that I watch, they're big into dirty sodas. So I've never had one, but it's called the bubbler. What's the flavor profile? Can you get them in different profiles, different flavors?
Oh my God, we have over 1,000 combinations, and I started it that way, and it just became too confusing for people. So I had to break the menu down into like 20 different drinks. I apologize. I didn't give you the bubbler menu.
Oh,
But between all the combinations of flavors that we have, there's 1,000 combinations you can come up with. You can just come up and pick whatever flavors you like. It's going to have cream and chocolate syrup added to it, the soda, of course, of your choice, and then top with whipped cream. And it's just one of them drinks as you swirl it and the top meets the bottom. It's just, I, or orally orgasmic. It's just incredible. The
Okay,
taste
you've
combination.
sold me. I'm gonna have to just stop by to get one of those because that actually sounds like such a fun thing, and I think my kids would really enjoy picking their flavors and like playing
Yeah.
chemist almost. You know, what do we want to add into this? So much fun. What do you transitioning back to like you a little bit more? What do you love most about running the truck?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's the lifestyle. What's more glamorous than sweating over steamers and arguing with generators? I mean, how many people get to do that? But honestly, it's just we bring smile. Most of the days, it's just serving happy people, bringing smiles, and or we're chasing napkins down to Walmart. Um, but it's generally just a good time. I actually love waking up to serve people because they come up and they leave happier than they showed up, and they leave some of that happiness with. And that's really a big part of it. It's just I feed off of that positive energy that they send back to me, and it's a great exchange between us.
Beautiful. Well, I can definitely say I had to rush into Lowe's for something, and I had all the kids in tow, and I was rushing back out to the car. It was hot, and I saw your truck, and of course, they all started begging. And of course, at first, I was kind of a little grumpy about it. I'm like, no, we don't have time. We gotta go. Well, then I ended up getting that sausage and cheddar dog, changed my whole mood. All the kids had their snow cones. They were all happy. We went back to the house and ate it all on the back porch. And I will say, you all, the food truck, the excitement to have us show up and come up to the stand and all the kids picking what they wanted. It really did change the entire mood of our day. So I would agree
Oh,
with you.
good.
You're successfully doing exactly what you set out to accomplish. So
yeah,
It's just
Steve.
fun.
Steve, I want to jump in real quick. I had a question. What's the one thing people always get wrong about running a food?
What do they get wrong? I think the biggest problem that we find that they get wrong is that the amount of trucks they need for a crowd is really the only thing I can think of. Or in their case, the time it takes to get food. Sometimes we know people walk away because they go, "I don't have 10 minutes." But we happen to be what's called a ready to serve truck. If you're there more than 30 seconds or a minute, there's probably something wrong with it, because it just doesn't take that long for us per se. Where a lot of people, God love them, they even give you a buzzer because it takes a little bit of time. And I understand that because they're making certain things from scratch, and they need that time. But we have the ability with the way we cook things where it won't overcook, it'll never burn. It's just a process that we use that we can be ready to hand you your food, and it's never overcooked or burnt or you know pour
That's,
out, or it's just
that's
fresh and
interesting.
delicious, ready for you.
Austin Bites Food Trucks has a shout out for you, Steve. Hi, Snow Dog Steve.
So I can't, there's this little bar there that's blocking those messages. I can't move that bar. I'm afraid to touch it because I'm afraid I'll disconnect myself.
It's okay. I just read it.
All I
to
see
you.
is Bussin' Bites food truck, and I can't see what.
Yeah,
they're
they say
saying.
hi, Snow Dogs.
Oh, Sharon. They're great. I love them. Every time I work around, I got to get their pizza or their burgers, whichever truck they got. It's just everything they touch turns to gold. They're good people and great trucks.
one thing I love that I've noticed about all of you guys that have food trucks is how supportive you are of each other, how encouraging you are, how you shout each other out, and it's a culture. It's quite interesting because, as most would consider you guys to be competitors, and it seems like rather than competitors, you all like cooperate and work together to draw out the crowds, and you understand
Yeah.
that each truck has its specialty. I think it's beautiful that you guys work so well together, even though most would consider you
It's an amazing community. I mean, we've had the misfortune of having an accident and just some other things happen to us. And when I posted it out there, hey, I need some help. The responses are just overwhelming. I mean, just humbling and overwhelming, and it's just an amazing group of people. I love them all. I consider them all good friends. And people say there's some cutthroats out there. Honestly, I haven't met them yet. And maybe it's just the vibe that we bring out that doesn't bring out that vibe in them. I don't know, but I love them all, and we try to get along with everybody. It's too small a world. You never know who can help you at what time.
That's
so
right.
true. Well,
That's
I
true.
think it's amazing. So, okay, don't go anywhere, Steve. The fundraiser conversation is coming after this. Okay, Steve. So, this is the visit I've been telling everybody about since the top of the show. We are going to discuss fundraisers.
All right.
There he is. Perfect. All right, Steve. So, I have some questions in regard to what has been inkled, which is school fundraisers. So, walk us through how a fundraiser with Snow Dog works, start to finish.
All right. Well, we've reached out to people, or people reach out to us to come up with a program based on whether, let's say, it's a church or a school or a sporting event, and then we'll set up a plan to either, usually we set up there and then we donate back usually 20% of the gross, and that's translated into literally thousands of dollars over the course of the year, especially to the sporting event. And churches, we just did one the other day. Just did a school yesterday where we're going to be donating some back. But it's just a matter of contacting us, come up with any kind of program. I mean, anything, especially that has to do with kids, that reading or science projects or any kind of a challenge. We'll get behind 100%. We've sponsored a massive reading program over at East Hardin Middle, where we put $3,000 up for their program. So we're willing to put our money where our mouth is and help people out in a big way, because we believe that communities are built when neighbors help neighbors. And it's why we're proud to partner with the schools, the nonprofits, churches, or whoever wants to partner with us. We're equal opportunity partners. We'll take anybody that has a good cause, and if we can help them make money and make some for us too, it's just a double win-win and good feelings for everybody. I've been in fundraising for most of my life. My mom fought cancer most of her life, and because of that, she got into fundraising and organization. So it was in my house every single day. I was a part of it. I saw it. I, I got to live it and get in your blood. And all of a sudden, we had the opportunity, due to the success of Snow Dogs, where we were like, you know what, we're going to turn that faucet on, and it hasn't turned off yet, and we're just so happy with what we've been able to do, and people seem to be happy with what we're doing for them.
That's awesome. So, what does the organizations actually get out of it? Like, how does the money side?
We donate back 20% of the gross sale. So we could actually do it in two ways. Sometimes they don't want the money; they just would rather have better pricing. So a lot of times we'll really give them just a ridiculous low price, just so they can get something for kids, especially when kids are involved. We'll give things away. We don't care, as long as it's for kids. Or we just tell them, if we sell at retail, we'll give back the gross. That helps organizations that Americans are the best for just asking them for money and they'll give it to you. But this way they get a little something back also, and a lot more people get to contribute this way because it's a smaller amount per unit per se, instead of asking somebody for $1,000 here or there kind of thing. We can hit 100 people for $1, instead of one person for 100, let's say.
Makes total sense. So, give us a success story, a fundraiser that maybe was very memorable or really worked or you felt passionate about.
I thought about that one a lot, and honestly, it's almost every one of not any one of them stands out more than the other. As far as we consider it a complete success if we walk away, we get to hand them a lot of money, and they get to do something with that they couldn't before. Even if it's small. I mean, that is such a major victory for some organization, and the karma that we build for ourselves it's just amazing. It's just so many good feelings. It's just all about good feelings. I mean, I can't say those words enough with what we do. It's just everything we do, we want to go for the good feelings, however it is, whether to serve you food or help your school, your organization, your sports team, whatever it takes. If we can help, contact us. We are here to talk and do whatever we can to help anybody in Hardin County. We really like to focus in Hardin County. It's where we live, and it's pretty much where we like to keep our money in the county.
That's awesome. All right, guys. And if your group books a fundraiser off the back of this event, we want to hear about it. So if you've heard about Hardin Local and then you book a fundraiser with Steve, we would certainly love for you to circle back and tell us about your experience. Okay, Steve, one more visit before we're done. How to actually find and book. Thank you, Phil. All right, well, Steve, tell us, where does the truck set up regularly and how far will you travel?
Well, our home base is pretty much Lowe's in Elizabethtown now, 7 days a week, unless there's an event or something else to pull us away. And honestly, we don't go too far. We rather make treats than burn gas. And our regular customers start filing missing dog reports in like 12 hours. They don't wait any amount of time. It's crazy.
Perfect. Well, how do folks book you? So, and what does your fall and winter calendars look like? So, if I want to host a fundraiser, how do I get in touch with you guys?
Well, we have snowdogsfoodtruck.org, which you can go to, and you can fill out a form there, and then I will contact you, or you can call us right on the number on the screen there, and that's all it really takes is just get a conversation going. And what was the second part of the question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, what does your fall and winter calendar look like as far as booking you guys?
We plan on running all year round. We really always have. Last year was the first winter that was so bad that we were kept inside most of it. But our goal is to work every day, as long as it's above freezing, and I can get to Lowe's or wherever. You'll see us out there. We'll have some more warmer food and some fare because we are sitting in that one place over the colder months. We're gonna change the menu just a little bit for the winter.
Well, as what was on that screen, snowdogsfoodtruck.org or 270-421. Steve, I am plugging that into my phone, so you're going to be hearing from me. 270-421-1725. And of course, we will be looking for you in the Lowe's parking lot because we love you guys so much and what your mission is and what you serve. It's absolutely amazing. And I wrote it down. I'm coming to get one of your bubblers. Is that what it was?
Yes,
Yeah.
Barking Bubbler.
I'm coming. I'm so excited to try that. I've been wanting a dirty soda. So
Good.
thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us all hour. Hardin County, if your school or your team needs a fundraiser that people actually show up for, you just met your guy. I am so grateful to have gotten to know you a little bit better. And now I will be screaming hello anytime I pass, and we'll be certain to stop in as often as we possibly can.
We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again.
Thank you, Steve.